What is going on, you guys? How are y'all doing today? So we're back with another video, and I have a special treat for this video, which is we're going to be riding this Ducati Panigale V2 Bayless. So I'm super excited for this video, and basically today we're just gonna be breaking this bike in, and I'll talk more about that once I'm on it and out on the road. But I just wanted to start this video and show you this beauty for a second. This has to be one of the most gorgeous looking bikes. I'd say the V4 is more aggressive, more track looking, but this just looks like pure art, pure beauty. And this bike, since it's a Bayless, has these Öhlins forks and also an Öhlins, let me go on the other side to show you guys, Öhlins TTX shock. So this thing is gonna feel amazing once we're out on the street riding. And this bike is just gorgeous. Like, look at this triple tree, triple clamp, whatever you call it, all like brushed billet, brushed aluminum look. It just looks so gorgeous. And as well with this screen right there, that screen, come on, that looks so good. Already have an Öhlins stabilizer in there, some pro grips, and just look at this paint, the whole scheme being a Bayless. Like, this whole tail section too just pops under the sun so well. I cannot get enough of looking at this bike. It is such a gorgeous bike. Oh. And of course has the single-sided swing arm. But yeah, we're going to be taking this thing out and breaking it in today. So without further ado, let me turn on this beautiful Italian lawnmower sounding of a bike and get this video started. And also just preface this is not my bike. This is my dad's bike, and he barely has any time to ride it, so I'm taking the chance right now to make a video and also break this thing in for him, because it hasn't even hit its break-in miles yet. This thing has only, let's see, 498 miles, so still have 102 miles to go till it's had its break-in miles, and then can get the first service and then actually push this thing hard. Because since it doesn't have its break-in, I'm not going to push it like over like 6,000 RPMs really, so we won't be pushing this thing today. But once the break-in miles are done, then of course we will. But just side note, this thing is a little clapped, are missing the end of this brake lever right there, so this thing's probably worth like 2K right now. But let's hop on here. Ducati kickstands are so interesting. Alright, let's start up this beautiful Italian lawnmower, like I said. Ready? Listen to this. Not the exhaust note you're expecting, right? But look what I love about this bike, which my R6, of course, is more analog, so it doesn't have all this fancy tech. If I hold in this button right here, I have all the modes for street, sport, race, and I can change all this stuff like traction and quick shifter settings and auto blip. This bike does have an auto blipper too, which is sick. ABS, what else we have? I don't even know the other stuff. I'm not a very seasoned reviewer, so I'm gonna figure out things as I go. But let's start it in, let's put it in sport mode. Alright. Cool. Alright. So, without further ado, let's head out. Make sure we're recording. Okay, good. I thought it wasn't for a second. And it's surprisingly a nice warm day right now, which is good. But since I'm on a Ducati, it's not the best thing, because these things are like little ovens, bro. But let's go left. Gotta use this clutch. It's a very interesting feel, way different than my R6. Oh, My gosh. The quick shifter literally feels like I'm cheating. It feels like I'm like doing something wrong. I'm just so not used to that. And also having an auto blipper too, that is ridiculously nice. Let's hit it. Third, second, first. Wow. That's so wild having an auto blipper. I really like it. Okay. Let's go this way. It's so like painful riding this right now and not being able to push it over like 6,000 RPMs. Because this thing goes up to, looks like 11.6. And we're literally half that. So I'm like, oh, we could be doing so much more. Well, there we go, 500 miles. Now we only got 100 to go. So yeah, basically we're just gonna be breaking in this bike today. We're gonna take a nice little ride around my area. I have no idea where I really plan to go, but I'm just like, let's just hop on here and let's just ride and enjoy it. No need to really, you don't even need a plan sometimes, man. With motorcycles, if you're just riding, then it's plenty enjoyable. I can feel this Ducati heat right now though on my leg. Now I really want to warm up these tires. This bike hasn't been ridden in like 2 weeks. So I want to make sure to thoroughly warm these things up before we try and lean it at all. It's not my bike as well too, so I'm trying to be nice and respectful and smart. But yeah, this motor is like so, this motor vibrates so much. I don't know if maybe it's on the stock exhaust system too, or it's just kind of the characteristics. But I mean, kind of like the mirrors are a sign of that. You see how much these things vibrate? But this bike feels so like nimble and so compact. The size of this thing honestly reminds me of like a Ninja 400. Alright, come on you guys. We got this whole lane right here. Yeah, like literally, it reminds me of a Ninja 400. Funny enough as it is to say, and just like the size and weight of it. This thing feels super light as well. But it does have some good low-end torque, I can feel for sure. It honestly kind of reminds me of my R7 in the way that the power band is. But of course, the R7 does not have the top end that this bike does. This bike right here, when it's in race mode, has 155 horsepower, which is a really unique number. It's kind of in like a class of its own, because the 600cc bikes, they are usually around 120, and the leader bikes are closer to like 200 horsepower. So this thing's like in the middle of both of them, which is honestly like there's really nothing to compare it to. This 955 cc motor. And if you guys don't know, it is a two-cylinder. Making 155 horsepower out of 2 cylinders is pretty crazy, man. Ducati knows what they're doing. Now we are in sport mode, so I don't think it gives me the full 155. But again, not like I want to use it because this bike's still on its braking period. So I think I probably have like my R6 power level at like 120, 130. This bike is really comfortable. I'm really not that far leaned over on the clip-ons. The seating position is pretty not fully upright, but it's not a super aggressive sport bike position for your rear sets. Is this person gonna pull out right in front of me? No, okay, we're good. But my feet are way more relaxed in this position than on my R6 or on an R1, for example. Those ones are way more aggressive. This thing feels a lot more comfortable. Alright, let's get around this car. Woo! Having that quick shifter is so nice, man. So nice. We're gonna run into some traffic up here. Looks like we might. Oh my gosh, look at that auto blipper. Or not look, but listen to it. That works really good. Alright. I'm not trying to stop. I do not want to feel this common Ducati heat that you do on your legs when you're stopped at a light or something. I really want to ride a V4 sometime so I can see how bad that heat truly is on those even bigger motors. Dude, like I just can't get over how light this thing feels. Like it's so nimble. This literally feels like I rode like a Ninja 400 before around the block a little bit, and this literally feels so similar to it in the size and weight of this bike. It's so weird. It's so wild. And it has another 110 horsepower over that bike. Like what? It's so wild. This thing literally feels like a toy. Like you can just flick it around. I really want to get this thing on some back roads. That's what I need to do. Which is the complete opposite way I'm heading right now. That's a little counterintuitive. But literally, like, it's so wild. Oh, we got a cop up there. I'm just gonna act normal and keep looking straight. But dude, this is so weird. This feels like so easy to ride. But yeah, it does vibrate a lot. I think an exhaust would definitely clear that up, doing a full system. Help clean that up, that really strong vibration. Now, when my dad, the owner of this bike, bought it, it came with just a NRC tail tidy kit, and that's about it. Everything else on the bike is bone stock. So what I want you guys to do is go comment down below and say some mods that he should do. I'm gonna make my dad read these comments, which will hopefully push him forward to going ahead and ordering some parts for this bike to mod it up and make it real nice. Now of course you got to start off with a full exhaust system, and I'm gonna tell you guys my personal opinions on what he should do. Is get a Van Diemen system. The Akrapovic exhaust that they sell for this bike is so expensive. It's so expensive, and the Van Diemen is like less than half of the cost, or less than half of the price in comparison. So I think that Van Diemen full system, and get the undertail. I think the undertail looks really sick. Flash it, maybe do a filter. Get rid of these mirrors. These are literally the most pointless mirrors. They vibrate way too much to even be usable. You could do Rizomas for $500, but that's a lot to spend for mirrors. So maybe just do, honestly, just like the block offs and run no mirrors. Looks like we're gonna be in some nice traffic. That's exactly what I wanted to happen on a Ducati. Perfect. I hope you guys can hear the sarcasm. Well, it's alright. It's alright. But we're gonna go hop on the highway on this thing real quick. We'll see how that is. As far as like the seat height on this bike goes, it's not that bad at all. Both of the front of my feet are touching on each side, so it's really not that bad. Really not that bad. I'm worried about my battery life right now, which, speaking of that, I ordered a new camera. I ordered the DJI Action Pro 5, and it's actually going to arrive today at my house. So I'm super excited for that. Super excited for that, because it's supposed to have 4 hours of battery life, and it's supposed to be pretty impressive. So we will see. I'll of course give you guys my honest opinions on it. I'm not paid or sponsored, so you guys are gonna get the true honest answer. I'm not gonna give you some biased lie just to sell a product. Dude, like right now in this little curve, this thing feels so light, dude. It's ridiculous. just sucks I can't push it. I can tell this bike has some good torque in there, but I can't. I gotta be respectful. And it's like right at my fingertips. It's so easy, I could. But let me know some videos you want to see with that new camera once I get it in. I ordered that, some ND filters, and some other little attachments that'll be good for filming. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see like some comparisons, you want me to test it in low light, you want me to test it in really bright, you want me to do anything. Let me know any type of videos you want to see. Maybe test the audio, or yeah. You guys let me know down below. That's what I'm trying to say. Just give me some ideas that you want to see, because the next 4 days are supposed to be sunny, which I know it's insane because I've had 2 weeks of straight rain, and now it's finally going to be some good weather. So the next 4 days I'll be able to get some good riding content for you guys. That's my goal, is just stack the content. So once bad weather comes, especially now that we're getting into some colder months, that I'll be totally okay and still have some content for you guys. It's so like not intimidating to ride. Like whatever you want this bike to do, it'll do it with so little input. Like you just barely shift your body and this thing's already leaning over a little bit. It just sucks, I can't do a pull. I'm literally in 6th gear right now, and I have like another 1,000 RPMs before I have to let off. We need to get these miles done ASAP, so we can take this thing back out and actually give it a proper rip. And race mode too. I love having an auto blipper. This makes me really want to get one on my R6. Is that a cop behind me? I can't tell. It might be you guys. This might be a very interesting video in a few minutes. Please no. I hope not. I really hope it isn't though. Let's see, let's see. Okay, no it isn't. But it looks like in these mirrors, because these mirrors are vibrating so much that it looked like a Ford Explorer. But then when they stopped vibrating, when I stopped accelerating, then now I see it's just like a regular truck. Alright, we need to get around all this. Come on. Come on. Let's start moving. Okay, we're just gonna... I keep going straight, we're probably just gonna be in dead stop traffic. Oh! The quick shifter is so good. And this is of course all factory. Like look at that. Boom! Right down to 3rd. Good job, Ducati. That's really impressive. Pop this into neutral. Alright. But yeah, man, this thing is so easy to ride. I'm like not intimidated at all by this bike. I feel like if you have some good riding experience, even you could just hop on it. Not to get it. Do not buy something with this much power, but you can still ride it very chill if you don't have that much experience and not be too intimidated, which is very surprising for 155 horsepower Ducati. It's not a bad contender for my next bike, but I'm kind of leaning towards that Panigale V4. That's calling my heart. I'm like, if I'm going to spend V2 money, maybe just go ahead, spend a little bit more, and get myself a V4. I don't know. able to get this YouTube thing popping off, then maybe you'll see that in the future. Well, something that I noticed about this bike right off the bat is at low speeds, it is not friendly. It does not like to be at low miles an hour at all. See, dude, like, it's just so light, and it's so light and flickable. It's so odd to me that something like with this much power feels this light. I wish you guys could just like get on this bike right now and experience it, and you'll know exactly what I'm saying. Like, I'm just tossing this thing like a toy. I'm putting in like no effort. I really like this thing, man. I have rode this bike one time, which was just back from the dealership for my dad. I rode it back for him, parked it, and that was it. I haven't rode this since, and that was like 2.5 months ago. And that was the most chill ride ever. I didn't push it, I didn't do anything. I drove that thing like a grandma. But now actually getting a little bit more of a feel for it. I really like this thing. And the suspension is a big factor. The Öhlins forks and shocks are insane. And I'm not even leaning it over that much, and I can tell these things are insane and can really perform. Whew, it's getting hot. I feel the heat on my legs right now. All right. I like this bike way more than I thought I would. Oh, I think that's a cop. I think that's a cop. It could be an undercover. Maybe, maybe not. Whoa. That's got right. That's a right-hand drive car. Caught me off guard for a second. I was like, there's no driver. What the heck? Oh, please stop. Thank you. Let's get around this guy. Dude, this is so nice to ride. This bike is just so not what you expect. It's just so comfortable. I really wouldn't mind getting this thing. I wouldn't want a regular V2 though, because it doesn't have this Öhlins suspension. If I was to get one, I'd probably have to get the Bayless, because it comes with these really nice Öhlins suspension. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're about to kill off the V2. Like, it's not going to go another year or 2 years. Because, oh, listen, 2 months ago, they released the Panigale V2 like final edition, and correct me if I'm wrong anywhere here, but Lamborghini owns Ducati, and Lamborghini always does final editions where they kill off any car. And also Ducati has done final editions before when they've killed off a bike, and they just put out the final edition for the Panigale V2. So I feel like they're going to switch this motor and kill it off. Now that puts two things into play. Okay, these V2s are probably going to go up in value and or hold their value really well. And number two, what's going to be the replacement motor? Is it going to be a 3-cylinder? Because that is something I'd be like, sign me up for. I bet that would be insane, especially coming from Ducati, because they were able to get 155 horsepower out of this thing. So what can they get out of a 3-cylinder? I was about to go for the clutch right there, so I got to get used to having a quick shifter when I'm on this thing. But yeah, I'm wondering what they're going to think of next. Imagine if Ducati comes out with some crazy 3-cylinder, super torquey motor. Oh my gosh, that thing would be so much fun on the street. Why am I just sitting in the right lane? Look at me. move on over here. Cool. Better. We got 521 miles on it now, so we've done about 25 miles. We are a fourth of the way there to the break-in. All I need to do is be on this thing for another hour and we're good. Brakes on this thing are really good though. I think it's a Brembo master cylinder. These things feel really good. Not gonna lie, I really do like having this whole digital display. What the heck was that? Let's go find out. Let's see who's... Hit that Mitsubishi up there? We just like did a burnout from the light? Ain't no way, bro. This lane cuts off on the left. Let me see if I can get around this truck. Alright. Alright, let's feel the suspension real quick. Little curve right here. Dude, it's like effortless. It's so light. It's so crazy. Why does this thing feel like nothing? Why does this feel like a 400, bro? What? What? Dude, it's just so weird. Like, you just don't expect that. I don't know. I didn't expect it. I'll put it that way. This thing is so fun. Come on, man. Why are you looking at your phone? Oh my gosh, I think that Mitsubishi is trying to race. Because they're just downshifted a little bit. Bike desperately needs an exhaust though. It is so quiet, it's not even funny. You can't hear nothing. You only hear like this like kind of you only hear like that lawnmower tone right there. It's so muffled. Got nothing. Full system. Needs a full system. And to get rid of these bug antennas. These things are so ugly and not even functional. My R6 ones are functional. The R1 ones are functional. These, but it's a track bike. I'm pretty sure in like another hour there's actually about to be like a lot of traffic. People are gonna be coming home from work, and riding this will not be the most fun. So I'm probably gonna head back pretty soon. You know, on these bikes, what I did figure out the first time I rode it is if you rev them like really lightly, like just stuff like that a few times, the bike just shuts off. It just doesn't like it. It literally just turns off. Something unique. I don't know why it does that. If anybody knows, down below in the comments, comment it, because I do not know. I'm a big fan of this bike, man. Alright. And we got a cop right here. It's okay, this bike, the plate is hooked up, it's got insurance, it's got registration, it's legal. It should be good. This thing does need a set of tank grips, so I would feel a lot better riding it. Let's see how much battery life I have. Alright guys, my camera is about to die, and like I said, it's about to get pretty, it's about to be a lot of traffic. So I think I'm gonna go put this thing away. Of course, when there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot more probability for something to happen, and this is not my bike as well. So I'm gonna be a little bit smarter. So I'm gonna go take this thing back, park it up. The clutch on this bike is super light. That's what I'm saying to you guys, it has so many characteristics like a 300, 400cc bike. It's so funny. Super friendly. Wait, it looks nice, that chalk gray. I think that guy just stalled by accident. I think it's just, I was passing him, so like, I saw him like last second, I was about to give him the wave. But I think he went to try and give me a wave, but he was in gear and just stalled the bike. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I really want to hear this thing with a full system. You guys, I'm telling you, please go down below in the comments and be like, you have to mod this bike. You have to mod this bike right now. So I can come back out here and ride a fully modded, tuned V2. Please go do that. This thing is in desperate need of full system and a flash. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to see me back on this bike once it's fully broken in and we can rip this, definitely let me know down below in the comments and I'll make it happen for you guys. So please ride safe, wear your gear, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace. Hey, that dude in the Jeep was telling me to do really. I'm sorry bro, I can't on this thing. It's not mine.